Well, this problem seems to be getting worse, doesn't it? And now it's affected someone in the government. Let's begin. The article says that Jeremy Hunt is the most senior politician to have been denied a bank account under the overzealous application of money laundering rules. The Chancellor was apparently turned down for an account by online bank Monzo before he entered the Treasury, and Mr Hunt joked to colleagues about being rejected, but he is understood that he does not know if it was because he is classified as a politically exposed person or a PEP. But a number of MPs and political figures, including Nigel Farage, have revealed in recent weeks that they have had problems with banks, refusing to grant them applications, accounts or stripping them of existing ones. Former Chancellor Lord Clark of Nottingham had his credit cards cancelled by American Express. He said banks are making demands for significant documentation and information even with long-standing customers. The peer said, "I decided that I could not be bothered with such outrageous burdens being placed on me. Having had my card for some time since the 1970s, I've allowed them to cancel it." And Lord McFall of Alcliffe, hope I pronounced that right, the Lord Speaker wrote to the Financial Conduct Authority a year ago warning them about the impact rules have been drawn up to prevent corruption were having on politicians. An FCA spokesperson now said, "Over the past 18 months we have reminded banks of the need to be proportionate. Some will have improved their processes as a result, and they all now have a direct point of contact for people to report issues." A Monzo spokesperson though said, "We do not comment on anyone's application for a Monzo product or eligibility decisions." An American Express spokesperson said, "We continuously review our approach online with the applicable guidance to remove any unnecessary requests of our card members while ensuring we continue to meet obligations." Let's get this straight once and for all. Banks should not be political in any way at all. They've got one job to do, and that is to look after people's money. I mean, obviously, no doubt, of course, they want to invest it, so surely you'd think they'd be happy with people placing money in their banks, especially if they're making such large deposits, which is what I'm guessing Jeremy Hunt and Nigel Farage will no doubt do. Of course, nowadays, like quite a lot of other companies out there, they just seem to want to be political all the time and shove their opinion right down our throats, don't they? Whether it's their adverts or covering a whole building in rainbows, which actually reminds me of the police with their rainbow cars. And whilst admittedly I do not have a problem with anyone who wants to be gay, bi or whatever, that's entirely up to them. And to be honest, I couldn't care less, but that doesn't mean I want it rammed down my face all the time whenever I want to make a bank deposit or whatever. At the end of the day, people do have a right of freedom of speech, you know, and it's about time the banks realise that. Because otherwise, not only is it a massive kick in the gonads for their customers, because that's going to cause them a lot of financial problems while they sort things out, but also because it more than likely will harm the banks' reputation themselves. And let's face it, at the minute, Coots, or whatever it's called that Nigel Farage is with, doesn't seem, in my opinion, to be doing too well on that front, do they? It just makes me wonder if we'll ever see a time when companies just stop all this woke stuff and actually allow people to have an opinion of their own, which, whether they agree with or not, is none of their business, is it? And I think at the end of the day, if this continues, they'll end up paying someone off that they probably would want not to, and might actually bring their company and whatever else crashing down around them, which I've got a teeny-weeny feeling that they might not want that to happen. Anyway, to be kept up to date, make sure you click that subscribe button down there so you don't miss my next video. I'll see you in the next one.